partnering is crazy effective. I encourage you to institute this strategy, again, along with the other two legs of the stool, medication and other strategies. This episode around the RD mind, or commonly known as ADHD, is about partnering. Like I said in the last episode, there are three legs of the stool of meeting the challenges of your RD mind. There's medication, partnering, and strategies. Partnering is a very, very unique RD mind related strategy, basically. And I just talk about it on its own because it's so important and so helpful, so useful to meet certain challenges. I also call it the magical person in the room because it kind of works like magic. It works actually better than medication for doing certain tasks. If you have both going on, a great medication and a great partner, I mean, wow, these things like the piles of life are no longer challenging at all. But it's like a magical person in the room. That person helps you be focused and stay focused, and that person can help you get back on task. That person can help you figure out, what do I do next? I'm stymied. You know, the classic, I'm stymied about these piles or what to do next and how to organize them. So the partnering strategy, the magical person in the room, is really effective. I just use it all the time. Like I think I said before, half my family has an RD mind, half my family, like me, has an obsessive mind. And so I see all these things happening, you know, in my personal life, throughout my whole family tree, as well as professionally, obviously. That's why I got interested in ADHD. Now what I call the RD mind is because of my family, you know, involvement. And man, this thing partnering really works, really, really, really works. So it also works at any age. It doesn't matter if you're 8 or 80. Partnering is going to be effective, just like medication, just like other strategies, but partnering is always effective. Let's get to the point of why. So partnering helps with what I call RD Overwhelm. And so RD Overwhelm is like overwhelmed with too many choices, too many possibilities, and too much stuff. And the stuff, if you don't have piles, you probably don't have an RD mind. Because like if someone else cleans them up for you, okay. But if you're living on your own, or you're responsible for your own stuff and everything, and you have an RD mind, you have piles. You have piles of laundry. You have piles of paper, for sure. You have piles of anything. Your basement or your closets are piled up. They're not organized. Your bedroom has piles. Like, you may keep your living room and dining area or kitchen relatively picked up because you've got company maybe coming over. But your own space, piles. You've got piles. And so the only thing that works with piles is partnering. Even if someone has a great medication, it's really hard to just start to deal with all those piles. It's called RD Overwhelm. And every human gets overwhelmed for a bunch of reasons, but RD Overwhelmed is like, where do I start? Oh my God, it's so overwhelming. I'll give up. You know, so partnering just changes all that. So what happens is with partnering, and again, it can be a professional, like I tell people, like, okay, you want to pay for partnering like you pay for a copay on your medication, or you pay for electricity or your phone. You just pay for it. If you don't have it built in, like with your partner, your life partner, or a friend, you want to pay for it. And oftentimes people who do house cleaning services are open to the idea of partnering. They still make their hourly rate, and it is a type of cleaning, and you tell them, I need you to partner with me on certain things like all my paper, like once a month, or my laundry, or my piles of clothes, or anything else like that. But those are the typical things. Is that I want to pay you to partner with me. I don't want you to do it because I need to make decisions on that paperwork. But if you partner with me, it's done. My piles and piles of books and papers and stuff is put away. So anyway, just think of it that way. If you don't have a live-in partner, or it doesn't work for the two of you. Like sometimes married couples, they shouldn't do it because they just end up arguing. So don't do it. Pay for someone to do this either weekly, or bi-weekly, or monthly to be your partner in the piles of life, the RD piles of life. How this works is, let's say you've got boxes of paper and stuff, and you bring a box onto the table and your partner is standing there with you or sitting there with you, and either that person goes to the box, they pick up something and say, what do you want to do with this? And you decide, or you do that, you pick it up and decide. But just that partner, either that person is picking it up and then you decide, or they're right there with you. It's magical. It's magical. It helps you focus. If they leave for a couple hours, you're undoubtedly going to go drifting because it's just so hard to stay engaged. And of course, multiple thoughts per second, there are other things you want to do also. So that person helps you stay on the task, helps you focus and help you problem solve. Like, what do I do with this? Helps bring you back to doing what you want to do, what you've decided to do with your partner. So partnering is just an amazingly effective tool or strategy to deal with the piles of RD life. Because if you have an RD mind, you have piles. And I know everybody feels so ashamed of their piles. And when they come in to see me for the first time and I ask them, do you have piles? Because I just asked that question and they're like, yes. And they say, am I a hoarder? And I say, no, you're not a hoarder, whatever that is. I don't like that TV thing they do about that, but anyway, that's a different thing. The RD mind is piles. It's like things pile up, they get overwhelming. I don't know where to start. I don't know what to do with it, all the pile or piles. So anyway, partnering is crazy effective. I encourage you to institute this strategy, again, along with the other two legs of the stool, medication and other strategies, because it really, really works. So I hope this has been helpful because you deserve it and you are awesome.